Hello YouTube, my name is Plazookas, and unfortunately, it's not technically a day off for Tectone because he posted a YouTube video that we have to react to. It's 30 something minutes long, and I don't know if I'll react to the whole thing, but we're not gonna have a long little spiel at the beginning. We'll just let the video do the content this time. Begin.
Hey, what's up, guys? I know it's supposed to be my day off. I try to take a day off once every 6 days or so.
Well, we know the real reason why you took a day off. It's because of triple O, double O, single O, Plazooka's coming back into the scene.
And the sound quality is probably pretty shit. There's the lawn.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad actually. But this is what you get when you give tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. They don't actually spend it on anything. They just literally stuff it in their mattress, and they don't buy good mics to basically scrub out the sound of lawnmowers and AC units.
Our guy in the background. That literally just started, by the way. I could end the recording and just say, I'll wait till
You might as well take a day off, my friend. This video is not going to help you at all.
he's done, but I already know these videos and I know you don't really matter anyways. I don't really.
Okay, then why make them? Just do it for yourself. Do like a video vlog, and then you can have it to look back at whenever you need to reflect. You don't have to present it to the public, but you can't help yourself.
really think anybody cares. You know, there's fucking little AC unit in the background going there. I got the sprinkler over there. No Mango, he's inside. He's been a very good boy.
Oh yeah, I just saw on the timeline that Tectone got a dog. Okay. You know, dogs are a lot harder to care for than cats. Just so you know. Just so everybody knows. So good luck with that, and hopefully it's a long-term companion.
Sophia's inside as well. Jenna's at Anna. They're probably asleep because you know, my roommates don't wake up till the crack of noon. Well, actually, Jenna's wakes up at 3 a.m., so I guess.
Uh-oh. Do I smell a little bit of trouble in the home front? Do I see maybe an eviction coming or a mutual separation? You know, as it will be always colored in rosy pictures.
She's probably up. But, yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about some thoughts that I've been having. And I would like to preface this saying, like, I'm in a very good mental space right
You don't look good. You actually, your demeanor, the fact that your eyes are erratic, and I don't think you're doing as well as you say you are. But okay, I'm not a psychologist, so I can't really say that for sure.
now. I'm very good mentally. I'm honestly pretty happy. But I'm just kind of disgusted
Yeah, go ahead.
with the bigger I get, the more successful I get. And I want to make it very clear. I'm not successful like the normal successful. I'm not successful because I worked with the machine. I'm successful because I worked in spite of the machine. I did everything wrong as a content creator, and I still am here today, breaking 1 million subscribers.
I mean, whoever gave him that last one subscriber for the million, you should be apologetic because this man is never going to stop talking about the fact that he hit 1 million within a certain amount of time. Is extremely, and let's be very clear. You can buy subscribers. I'm not saying that Tectone would buy subscribers because he's too cheap otherwise, but you can literally buy subscribers. So subscribers is not really that much of an accomplishment. Engagement, yeah, that's more of an accomplishment, but his engagement's still the same basically. I mean, he's on multiple different platforms, and a lot of those people are just on those platforms too. So they just look like a big number, you know, spread throughout multiple different things, but it's all these cultish, sheepish people viewing him on different platforms, on different screens. Probably got him on mobile, probably got him on his PC, probably got him on his Nintendo Switch. uh,
averaging sometimes well over 10 to 12,000 viewers.
like I said, so normally it's 4,000, times that by three. All of them are basically the same people, just in different platforms. This has already been debunked on the streaming sites. A lot of bot farming. Not to say that necessarily it's bot farming, but technically, if you have the same user on different platforms, and you can log on to all those platforms and put them in idle or whatever else, which is what these people do. Trust me. Trust me. Okay. It still boosts their numbers. They still get revenue. They still get advertisements and stuff like that from engagement.
On multiple
And they'll post on every one of these streaming places too, because they literally do nothing else but consume the content creator, in this case Tectone. They don't do anything else with their life. This is who they are. Basically, this is who they're attached to, symbiotically.
different streaming sites, and I'm not saying this because I'm narcissistic, even though I am. I'm saying this because I was
He said it, not me.
in my bed just thinking. I had Mango snoring on me, and I was
Meta, how can I get my
Oh,
2-year-old eat his breakfast?
He likes it when you make silly
sorry
faces.
about this.
This is your last chance to take advantage of one of the biggest federal incentives that is being offered to Vermont.
My premium's up.
just thinking about
Give me another 1,000 on a video, and then in this month I'll get premium again. Okay?
how difficult these past 6.5 years were, and I get these messages of, man, I can't believe you're willing to say this on stream. I can't believe you're willing to say the quiet part out loud. I can't believe you're willing to stick up for this person. I can't believe you stick to your values. I can't believe, you're fighting against, the streamer clicks, this, that, and the other. And God, I sound like I'm really sucking my own dick right now. As a streamer, and what
There was a cut there, by the way.
I mean by I succeeded the wrong way is because this is how you succeed. And I don't mean in the short term. Anything can succeed in the short term, but in the long term, I've had 6.5 years of always being successful. And for other streamers, this is how it goes. If you're an attractive woman, congratulations, you've succeeded. You have a career. You will. You can probably make tens of thousands of dollars if you are a conventionally attractive woman on the internet, no matter how stupid you are. I know that sounds misogynistic, but I'm sorry, it's true.
Okay. Let me provide context here. Culturally capitalistic societies leverage beauty to make money. The difference with OnlyFans, with streamers, is that they don't really need a manager. They don't really need an agent. They don't really need all the middlemen that have existed in the industry to take advantage of them and take their money away from them, because they've always been successful. Beauty has always sold, whether it be female beauty or male beauty. Obviously, female beauty has been historically more successful than male beauty, but that is shifting. There's a lot of different, changes in culture and what is actually deemed beautiful over the course of like 100 years. So I think a lot of content creators, especially those that are alpha males, Andrew Tate like people, are spiteful because these individuals that are on OnlyFans, and some of them do have managers, some of them do have pimps, some of them are, unfortunately dealing with a lot of different misogynistic issues and being handled, so to speak. But a lot of them are independent, and that's what the issue is, right? Because let's be very clear: the allegations against Tectone was that he tried to get Pink a manager for OnlyFans because he wanted to be that person to pimp her out, specifically, potentially, like an Andrew Tate pimping out his women on phones with this alpha college shit. It's all the same shit, man. Okay? Do you want to have a conversation about our culture, about capitalism? Sure. Let's have that conversation about how beauty should not sell. But if you do that, you're going to ruin all the 6.5 years of success you had, because guess what? The gotcha scene is no different in its manipulation techniques as it is with the beauty techniques. It's all the same fucking facade. And if you break that away, if you deconstruct that, which is totally fine, and I agree, we should have that conversation, you ruin the whole business structure of capitalism, including the beauty part.
You have pretty privilege. It's great. Women have it very easy on the internet. Yes,
Women do not have it easy historically on the internet. They've had it actually incredibly hard on the internet for a very long time. Probably a byproduct of men doing it to make women feel like they have to have somebody to, fall back on or to manage them, so they don't have to deal with all that aspect. And yet they get marginalized and a cut taken away from them, and they're not able to produce the amount that men are able to produce until recently. And men have now a serious problem with it. God forbid you're attractive and independent. God forbid you're attractive and independent. You don't have a manager or a pimp or an agent.
you have to deal with haters who don't want to, listen to your opinion because you're a woman. However, you will just have people listen to everything you say and not give a fuck about your opinion because they're currently jerking off to you.
Not everybody does that. Okay? Men who watch you, who follow the Andrew Tate, dialogue, who potentially feel as though Trump is their idol or whatever else, right? I mean, all of us instinctually, animalistically have, our own tendencies, whether it be porn or some other vice, whatever the case may be. Okay, sure. So I'm not saying it's not happening, but it's not happening to the extent that you're talking about, to where that's the only way to watch women content creators. Are there women who leverage their physical bodies to, essentially elicit that? Sure, that is happening. But that is also a choice between the person watching that, whether they want to use that content for that purpose or not. And again, that's a whole nother topic that we need to have about the reliance on social media or the reliance on porn or any of this other stuff that basically takes away from normal healthy dynamics that we can form with relationships in real life, instead of it being online and weird parasocial stuff that can be leveraged for money and stuff like that.
Paying you tens of thousands of dollars, which is great. Now, it's not every woman, but
Oh yeah, I mean, God forbid they make as much money as you do by doing the same basic thing that you've done in the last 6.5 years. If you want to compare, if you want to, literally show your cards as well as their cards and then start doing direct comparisons, fine, let's do that. But you highlight and you always demeaning these people in saying that it's the only reason, it's just not true. It's just not categorically true.
you also have it easier due to the fact that you can just go on any other streamer stream. I mean, look at like someone like Mizkif, you know what I mean? Or like, is there anybody else like Mizkif who does this? You have somebody, they're an OnlyFans girl, you bring them on stream, they have 200 viewers when you first put them on your stream, and then bada bing, bada boom, now they have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, just because they're hot and they got into a streamer stream. Maybe that goes on with other streamers in the LA.
Right, and I think you want money from that, right? Because you are the one that profiled that person. You now want to cut from them for the rest of their life. Almost pimping them out. I think this was what was alleged by Pink as well. You bringing her on during sponsored streams for Genshin, for Honkai Star Rail, or whatever else, product you were selling. You leverage this as well. and now they're internally indebted to you because of what you did for them.
Stream, I'm gonna be real. I try very hard not to watch other people's streams. I fucking hate 99.99% of other streams. I hate 99.99% of other streamers, as content creators as well as people. Yeah, I don't really like too many people. No, I used to. I really did used to. But I'll get more into that later.
Listen, okay, it is okay to have a small friend group. It's actually healthy to have a small friend group. But to suggest that 99% of people are not able to have a conversation with or to be cordial with, that is more of an indicator of your issues than it is theirs. Because although I will say that you should not interact with everybody in the world, because not everybody's going to have your shared interest, and not everybody's going to be there looking out for you to the extent that you need them to as your friend, without it being transactional or unhealthy. 99% is not the percentage. It's like, 90% of people you probably don't need to interact with, but there are 10% that you should be doing something with. It's very important. And if you're not, you are, I think, losing out, especially in Tectone's, case, being a content creator, being someone that's public profiled, on the human side of it, the part that makes you feel connected to other people, which would then allow you to be as narcissistic and as greedy as you are, which a lot of these people tend to be anyway, because they isolate.
So the other way to be successful as a streamer is you do a lot of dick sucking. A lot.
I mean, you have been successful. And you have made jokes and references on your stream related to, potentially DS like behavior. And although we're not in Pride Month anymore, officially today, I don't know. Are you trying to tell us something, Tectone? It's okay that you are. There is nothing wrong with the act of DSing. There isn't.
A lot of dick sucking. You see this a lot in the VTuber sphere. You see this a lot in the LA scene. Everybody's got to be friends.
We see this a lot in the Austin scene. Austin is LA, by the way. Austin has become LA adjacent. It is probably the most direct comparison to LA now, with how many people have moved to LA or moved to Austin from LA.
With everybody. Everything somebody else does. Oh my God, this is so cool. Oh my God, my Oshi. Oh my God. Everything is so great. Oh my God, there's no drama ever. Oh my God, I love everybody. I love everybody. Please do things with me. And I think that leads.
There is drama. There's drama everywhere. But you are a content creator who covers gacha, who is supposed to play games and doesn't. Instead, creates drama in drama farms and perpetrates this toxic, outlook and behavior, this nihilistic point of view. To what? To benefit you. To make everyone's life feel worse. So that they give you money. Because you are their messiah. Because you are their guide and light. Through all of your stuff, whatever tactics that is being used in this space, this is part of it. This is how it is effectively utilized. Trump is people's messiah. Trump is people's, light at the end of the tunnel. And yet a lot of the problems that are being created are a byproduct of people like Trump or like Tectone. That is the fucking point. And that's not, even without these people, there's still issues in the world that are real. But that's not why we play games. We play games to escape. And that is criticizable, sure. Because if the end of the world does happen and we're sitting here playing fucking video games, you can be like, well, what the fuck were you doing to save the world? And honestly, we were playing video games. My bad. My bad.
a lot of VTubers to be doing a lot of collabs with a lot of people they don't fuck with, and I think that leads to a lot of mask-off moments like we saw with Cinder. Because everybody's got to be a dick sucker, and where Cinder's mask fell off, there's 100 more streamers just like them waiting to take their place. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah, opportunity, man. That is just the reality that we live. We live in an opportunistic, capitalistic world, country, whatever. Any way to get ahead, any way to finally make it. And it's sad that we have established that, you know, that path to success. You know, I'm not trying to be socialist here and say that we all have, you know, that there should be an equal amount of pay for doing fast food work, as far as you know, being a gas station clerk, working at a department store. Obviously not, because I believe there are professions that require more incentive, like doctors and municipality work, like policemen and firemen and stuff like that. I understand that, but from a content creation perspective, from a department store perspective, from a fast food perspective, no, we don't need this. This is not a required. Everybody should have to the extent that they can. But then again, you wouldn't be able to meet the supply and demand of this consumeristic appetite. So you do need winners and losers. You do need all this stuff. And yet there's been a lot of losers. And the winners are less and less, and they represent a very small percentage, and they're extremely, extremely successful in winning.
You gotta understand, there's just no way that anybody is actually gonna wake up with that golden retriever energy saying, I love this, I love that, I love this, I love that, and then streamers in the VTubing space get so much hate the moment they start talking about some real shit because there's so much fantasy pretend, fucking Mickey Mouse, everybody's happy, everybody loves each other.
And yet your agency, Mythic Talent, continuously brings in new VTubers every day because of how effective they are at creating that fantasy, which is what advertisers want, which is what all these people want. They want to see that as a VTuber, not as a person behind that person that has like real issues and talks about real problems. They want a facade, a fantasy. We can have a conversation about it. VTubers are extremely creepy and can facilitate some fucking, you know, bad shit for sure. There's no doubt about it. Now there is wholesome people out there too, few and far between, in my opinion. Just like, you know, if you look at the Muppet shows and stuff like that, Sesame Street and stuff like that. You can look at the unfortunate history of you know, people taking advantage of access to kids and you know, doing it in bad faith for all the wrong reasons, for access, and whether it be for money or for other reasons, you know.
It's fucking sickening. It's fucking sickening. I don't know how people buy into that shit, but to be honest, I'm still
They buy into it the same way they buy into you, the same way they buy into the culture of beauty. It's all the same shit. We can have a conversation about it, but in order to do so, the whole entire content creation space has to be in question. You know, that is like part of its success. And, you know, especially in the last 10 years.
shocked that people are actively choosing to watch VTubers that don't have a big old pair of jugs, because that's the only reason why I watch them to begin with anyways. It's great. Although I say that and then it's like, try to name 5 successful male VTubers. Go ahead. You have 30 seconds. Name 5 successful male VTubers. Yeah, it's...
Mackenzie Country Classic sausages right there.
kind of hard to do, huh? Let me see. Shoto. Athelstan. I fucking give up. Yeah, that's all I know. Wait. Rev is like, that's a dude who is a VTuber of a little girl, so that doesn't count. But he's a dude. Nuxtaku, holy, he's a VTuber. Fuck, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, but he didn't really succeed in the normal VTubing way, you know what I mean? Although then again, I suppose neither did Athelstan. Nux is, I guess, dude, you know what's crazy? I'm so fucked up in the head. I've known Nux for so long. I legit just thought he was this blue Jew. You know, the blue Jew from fucking Gintama. Nah, there's actually a human behind that. Holy now I get the mental illness because I knew his ass back in COVID. That was peak brain rot. Oh fuck the AC stuff. Man, you guys might be able to hear me now. That's crazy. So yeah, it's one being an attractive female.
I mean, it's hot in Texas. Your roommates want the AC. Did you have somebody? Did you have one of your mods tell them telegraphically through because they probably have all their phone numbers, right? Because they manage all of your stuff. Tell them to shut off the AC and make them sweat inside your house while you make this video? What kind of sweatshop are you running inside your house? Let your roommates sleep in comfort with the AC on, Tectone.
2, be a dick sucker. 3, ladder climber. Any other streamer that has success, you go, you talk to them, you get buddy, you chill in their chat, you hope to God you get a collab, you hope to God you get a raid, this, that, and the other. Jesus. Everybody's got to pretend to be everybody's friend, but then the moment any controversy happens, you will find out who your real friends are very quickly.
Yeah, and there's not very many of real friends out there, by the way. If you have 100 friends, you might have 1 or 2. That's your real friends. That's not just for Tectone, that's for everybody. That's the reality. It sucks, but it's true. That's why you don't need all those friends. A couple is fine, man. More is not, more fulfilling or enriching. It doesn't work that way with friends.
You will find out who still wants you on their stream. You will find out who wants to talk to you in the DMs.
Well, nobody gonna want to talk to you if you're being alleged as a sexual pervert or a creep. Okay? It's like the one thing that's still taboo. There's not many things that are taboo anymore. There's not many things that shock and awe people, and that doesn't even really shock and awe anybody, to be honest. But it's still very, it's not even the right word. Frowned upon. It's not even that. It's not even the right word. It is treated, very archaically, because people do not respond well to it. So no, they're not going to want to deal with you if you have any kind of association with that. And you've had the opportunity to clear your name, and you've chosen not to, which says a lot.
You will find out who is actually there for you, which one of your friendships, are real and which one's not. And you'll learn that very quickly. It's very easy to play pretend. It's very easy to ladder climb. It's very easy.
Okay, so we're getting very repetitive here at Tectone. And I'm sure there's just so many things to talk about in this video, and it's going to be the best for content. The good news is this won't be a part 1 of 2 or 3. This will be it for the reaction to this video. 7 minutes and 48 seconds, Tectone, I used your video, and I've spent 28 minutes talking about it. I believe that is considered fair use, but if you want to sue me for stealing your content because you're a corporation, do so. I'm ready. My name is Bazookas. We didn't actually get a day off. We did get a day off from streaming, which is a day off. Let's be very clear. YouTube's only a segment of his well, actually, he's not even on Twitch, right? So it would have only been, I don't know. I mean, okay. Maybe this is technically not a day off, but I'm not going to take back my video because I still think it's a win. Bye for now.